In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can easily leverage the power of IFTTT to automate your SEO and share your content across all social media platforms without having to do anything. All right, so let's dive in. So first of all, head over to ifttt.com. There will be a link for that in the video description. Now, IFTTT stands for if that, then this. And it's basically an automated system where one event triggers another event. And there's many uses for this type of technology. In fact, it's actually used a lot in home automation, but we can go ahead and use this for SEO as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on the white Start Today button right here. So we're just going to click on that. And now it'll present us with a couple options for sign up. I'm just going to go ahead and use sign up with email for this example. And I'm going to go ahead and enter just a random Gmail address here because I already have my pro email with my domain here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter our information. And once you have your information entered, we're going to click Get Started right here in black. Boom, we're in. So now what we're going to do is IFTTT is going to prompt us with a few options. It's going to say, what do we usually do to set up our automations? We're just going to choose web, although they do have smartphone apps you can use as well. But we're going to go ahead and do web. And hit continue here. And we can just ignore all this. So what you want to do is you just want to click a random one. So we're just going to do date and time. We're going to click on continue down here. And then we're going to click on not now. We do not want to sign up for their trial. We just want the free version. We're just going to, again, click on get started right here. And now we're inside IFTTT. So what we're going to do is super simple. Ignore all these really cool looking squares and go up to the black create button up here. Delay is here, so you can now add delay. We're just going to hit got it, thanks. So you'll see it's very simple. Like I mentioned earlier, if this, then do that. So we're going to add something under if this for the first step. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on add right here, and this is going to open up choose a service. Now, again, we want to share our blog post. So we're going to type in WordPress right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this blue WordPress square. So we want any new post. Now you can do this for, like very niche or specific kind of categories that you have on your blog or tags, but I want this to share out all my posts. So we're going to do any new post. We're going to click on that. And now you'll notice it says connect basically your WordPress account. So we're going to click on that and it's going to open up with a sign in here. So there's 3 boxes. It's really, really simple. Under blog URL, we're going to enter the URL of our website. So I'm just going to put in mine, which is localrankninja.com. And then under username, we're going to put what your username is for your sign in, and password, same exact thing. So I'm just going to enter this information, and then I'm going to click on the black connect button right here. All right, so you'll notice that it's gone ahead and it's actually linked my blog for me. So you can see WordPress account, localrankninja.com. So the next step that we want to do is we want to go ahead and click on create trigger. So we're going to click on this step and it's going to ask you to, then add that. So if any new post on localrankninja.com, then what we're going to do is we're going to hit the add button, and now we can kind of specify our social media accounts. Now this works for all social media. This works for Facebook, works for Twitter, works for Instagram, works for Tumblr. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use Facebook for this example. So I'm just going to type in Facebook, and you'll see we can post to a Facebook page. So we're going to click on this. And now we get a couple different options here. We get a status message, we get a link post, or we get upload a photo from URL. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a status message right here. So we're going to click on this. Link post is also a really good option, but they're basically going to come out as about the same thing. So status message, And again, you'll notice it'll ask you, just like we did with WordPress, to go ahead and actually link our social media page. So we're going to click on the white connect button and do that. And it's basically the exact same thing, right? So we're just going to sign into Facebook. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to resume the recording once I've done that. All right, so you'll actually notice that now it shows my Facebook account here under Facebook pages. And so the final thing that we're going to do is you can see status message, and you'll notice that below status message and this little box, we have an add ingredient button. And what this does is that we can actually automatically share different parts of the post that it's going to detect. So these are basically variables, if you're familiar with what a variable is. So we have several here. We have post title, which is the title of your blog post. We have post URL, which is going to post a link to your blog post so people can read it. We have post content, which I don't recommend this because this will actually pop your entire blog post in here, and we don't want duplicate content with SEO, so I don't recommend that. We have post image URL, where it'll actually pull the image in. We have tags and categories, and we have post publish. So the first thing that we want is post title. So like if my post was, 5 WordPress plugins for SEO, that's what's going to show up here. Now I like to separate this with spacing and really make it, nice. So there's our post title. The next thing we're going to want is the link, right? So we're going to do post URL like that. Now this would be fine in and of itself, but I personally think that this is a little simpler. So I'm going to show you how to make this a lot better looking and get more engagement relatively quickly here. So the first thing we want to do is add at least 3 hashtags. So hashtags are basically like keywords when it comes to SEO, so they're really going to help our discoverability. So there's actually a great website that we can use for this, and I'm going to show you now what that is. So here I am on a website called Hashtagify. Now I'll also have a link to this down in the description. Really, really useful tool. And basically this will allow us to see what hashtags actually get search volume, right? And which ones are being mentioned, so that the hashtags that we do put in our post are ones that are going to get seen. And so you'll notice that this website is very, very simple. There's just a box here. And what we want to type in is our primary business service or keyword. So I'm in the SEO space. So I'm going to type in SEO, and then I'm going to hit the little search button here, and this is going to show me what's going to pop up for that. So you can see it's searching, it's come up with some statistics, and if we scroll down here, now we get to really the meat and potatoes. Now, one thing I want to point out before we get to that is if you see up here that your popularity is really low, like 10 or 20, then you may want to change the wording of your kind of hashtag here or keyword, because you may not be targeting the right one. But one of the great things that this tool does is that it actually gives you some related hashtags that you may not have thought of. Like I probably, might not have remembered to do like search engine marketing or SEM, right? And the bigger that they are here, the more used that these hashtags are. So basically by taking a quick look at this, I really, really want to use marketing. Right. So I obviously want to use SEO because the popularity is incredibly high, right? It's 80.9. So what we want to do is in our post, we want to do hashtag SEO. And then we also want to do hashtag marketing because as you can see, marketing is a very big one. So we're going to do marketing. And then for our third keyword, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do the next biggest one. And it looks like we're kind of tied here. I'm going to do Google because that's obviously more relevant to my use case here than digital marketing. So I'm just going to pop in Google. And now it'll automatically put relevant, hashtags with your post. So it's very, very useful. And some people, I'm already going to get comments about this. Why haven't you put post image URL? And the reason for that is that social media sites will actually pull in your featured image automatically if you have one in WordPress. So I'm not too worried about that. And sometimes the URL won't actually show up properly. So we don't really want to do that. So there's actually one more thing that we're going to do to kind of boost this post to make it look even better. So I'm going to open up one more website here. Don't worry, they're all free. So let me do that real quick. So I've got another website pulled up here called Emojipedia. And Emojipedia is basically like an encyclopedia for emojis, if the name didn't give it away. And so we have quite a lot of different hand pointing. I typed in finger pointing because I really want to, what you want to do is you want your link to really stand out in this post so that, people actually click on it. And so I'm just going to use this backhand index pointing right. And the nice thing about Emojipedia is I can just highlight this and copy it, right? So I'm hitting Control C on my keyboard, but you can just copy it. And then you can come over to IFTTT and we can just paste it, before post URL. And so now if someone looks at this, they got the post title and it's really kind of directs them to the post URL, which is what we want. Now, you can add more emojis in here to get, make the post really stand out. So I can do like the fire emoji. That's usually like an emoji associated with, excitement. We can do like a check mark. So I can check. We'll use like this one here. So you can see I've added, some really cool ones to kind of make it look exciting. And then we have the post URL. Now remember, the image will be, automatically kind of added to this, and then we have our tags. So once I'm done, I'm just going to click on Create Action right here, and that's literally it. I basically set up IFTTT. It's so easy to use, and it's again a great free tool. And then we can click on Continue, and that's it. You can see Review and Finish. So this is, where we can also do something really useful, which is receive notifications when this applet runs. Now, I actually like to enable this because what I've found is that some websites like Facebook and Twitter don't really mind, like they'll let you do IFTTT, but like Tumblr, I've gotten accounts banned before, so I always like to turn this on just so that I can see like if my IFTTT connection starts to like fail or if something happens besides what's supposed to happen. But 99% of the time, you'll be fine. Most sites don't mind if you use IFTTT, and it's again a great easy thing to do. So receive notifications, yes, and we'll click on Finish, and that's it. Our IFTTT is set up. You can, again, notify me when this runs, right? There's other things like you can check your logs. So you can check, the last time that it's run. So you can see it got turned on when I created it. And if everything's working properly, it'll say the dates, like if I went and posted a blog post right now, it would say that in here. And so that's really how to do that. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go back to create and just repeat the process with your other social medias. So, like, again, Twitter, right? All the other things. If you want to link more than 3 social media profiles, unfortunately, IFTTT doesn't let you do that for free. Their paid plan is like $10 a month, and that's like the high end one. There's 2. So I would really consider investing in this tool. It's a lot better than like Hootsuite in my opinion, and like Buffer, because it's just automatic, right? So whenever I post a blog post, that's all I have to do. I don't have to remember to go into these social media scheduling tools and publish things, because business owners are busy people. So I recommend this instead, just because again, automation is just nice. But that wraps up this tutorial. Head over to localrankninja.com if you'd like to learn my proven, powerful, and effective SEO strategies.